In a previous lesson, you explored mood and tone in short stories. Now, you will have the opportunity to see how poets use mood and tone to shape the flavor of a poem, the same way barbecue sauce can be sweet or spicy. Let's go through some quick reminders about mood and tone. Mood is the taste the reader gets from the story. Tone is the chef's or the author's attitude. Together, they are like barbecue sauce that gives the poem that sweet or spicy flavor. So you can think of mood and tone this way. Mood is how the writing makes you feel. Think of words you would use to describe a mood you're in. Tone is author's voice or feelings coming through the writing. Think of words you would use to describe someone's tone of voice when they're speaking. If we look at examples from actual poems in everyday life, you can think of it this way. Reading a poem about a great love story might put you in a cheerful mood. That same poem about a great love story might have a joyful tone. Then fighting with your friend might put you in an angry mood, and when you fight with your friend, you might use a defensive tone. So, we know that mood is the feeling or atmosphere that the reader experiences while reading. It's how the writing makes you feel. Ask yourself, what mood does this put me in? For example, gloomy, peaceful, suspenseful, cheerful, tense. Since we should know mood and tone pretty well now, let's apply what we've learned to two sonnets that have been popular over several decades. In Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare, we can say the mood is uplifting and reassuring. In this poem, the speaker talks about someone he loves in a proud, happy way, which makes the poem feel warm and comforting, like their beauty will last forever. So you can see how our mood words fit perfectly. In Holy Sonnet 10 by John Donne, we can say the mood is empowering and triumphant. The reason we can choose these tone words is because the speaker refuses to be scared of death, which makes the poem have a lot of energy and strength. Let's look at other words you might want to use to describe mood. I won't read through each of these, but you can pause the video and look at the various positive, negative, and neutral words you could choose to use to describe the mood of a poem. And we know that tone is the speaker's attitude toward the subject, shown through their word choice and style. It's the speaker's tone of voice. Ask yourself, what is the speaker's voice or feelings that are coming through the poem? For example, serious, humorous, sarcastic, hopeful, angry, joyful. Now let's find the tone of those two same poems that we found mood in. In Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare, we can say the tone is admiring and affectionate. In this poem, the speaker creates an admiring and affectionate tone by comparing the person he loves to the best parts of summer. The affectionate and admiring tone comes through because he promises their beauty will live on forever in his poem. So you can see why our tone words work well here. In Holy Sonnet 10 by John Donne, we can say the tone is bold and challenging. The reason we can choose these tone words is because the speaker makes the poem's bold and challenging tone by directly talking to death like it's a person and then telling it off. He calls death weak and powerless, almost like he's trash talking it, which makes the tone sound strong and fearless. Let's look at other words you might want to use to describe tone. I won't read through each of these, but you can pause the video and look at the various positive, negative, and neutral words you could choose to use to describe the tone of a poem. As we finish, let's end with why mood and tone are important to understand a poem. Tone does the following: shows us how the author wants us to view the story, shapes the way we interpret the events, and helps us understand the big ideas and themes. Mood pulls readers into the story, helps them feel what the characters feel, and creates the right atmosphere for events. Overall, mood affects the reader, and tone shows the author's attitude. Together, they guide how we experience and understand the story. Our takeaway here is that just like a sauce changes the taste of a meal, mood and tone change how we experience poetry. And just as flavors come together in a recipe, our communities add layers of feeling that shape who we are.